There we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Agile in Education USA to a very special webinar session. We are going to begin in less than 1 minute. Alrighty. There we go. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome. And welcome to Agile in Education USA to a very special webinar session. Sorry about that. That was me on YouTube. Here I go again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Agile in Education USA, a special webinar series looking beyond COVID-19, rediscovering education through active learning and agile mindset with our remarkable speaker, Mark Hano. Hi, Mark Hano. Would you wave?
Hi, Hannah. Thank you very much for your invitation to be here today.
Thank you for accepting our invitation. So I would like to begin our session today and with a heavy heart, but hope for justice, hope for victory, hope for freedom. My heart goes out to the victims, my brothers and sisters in Palestine. I would like to take a moment of silence for standing in solidarity for my brothers and sisters in Palestine. 1 minute in silence, please.
Hello, Hannah.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome again. Thank you for joining us. So without further delays, let's begin with our session today with a community. We are a community. We are a global community of academics, researcher, agile practitioners, experts, educators, education professionals, project managers, and professionals in and around the world. And we are here today after we had our yearly conference, second Agile in Education yearly conference in March. And it's really, really great to see you. And it's really, really great to be here together again to be able to create another learning opportunity for our community, especially for our Agile educators, for our aspiring Agile educators. So we have more than 1,000 members already, and our community is growing. We are expanding in 2 different regions. We are expanding into the region of Europe, Agile in Education Europe. We are collaborating with a great group of cohort academics, researcher, prominent researcher in Europe. They are from ISEP. Dr. Carla Pinto is here, and also Athena. And it's again a great, very strong, well-known, prominent researcher academics in Europe. In, I believe, 7 universities in Europe. They are spread it. Their work is spread it. And so they are joining us. They are joining us to carry out our mission to transform education with agile strategies. So I would like to first welcome the representatives and the co-founders of Agile in Education Europe. And also we have with us the representative and co-founders of Agile in Education South Asia. We have Taufik, Mr. Muhammad Taufik Sattar is here, and also Ms. Zubaida. They're here. We will give them a chance to introduce themselves and to share their vision and the mission for Agile in Education. And then after that, we're going to go ahead and begin with our session with Mark Hanna. So I would like to welcome Dr. Carla Pinto to share a few words with us, with their vision, with ISEP, with Agile in Education Europe.
Hello to you all. Thank you so much, Hannah. Thanks for inviting us to be here. And thanks most of all for all of your efforts that you have been developing in gathering everyone and in this agile education framework. So it's amazing how you could, reunite everyone or unite everyone from Europe to Bangladesh to USA. So we are really internationalized right now. And so we intend here in Europe to be able to spread even more the word of the really extremely importance of Agile in education. So as you know, we started a few years ago with Willy Vegans, so he's also there. And we have here Brit from the Light Schools and also Emmanuel. So people that we have met several times now, and also Mar and Noreen. So a lot of people have tried to and are willing to give their very best to this Agile in Education, and because our main mission are the students, right? To promote in them, so to provide them the best 21st century skills that they need to be so in their best to keep up with the challenges ahead, because everyone knows that the world is changing very fast, and the internet the technological advancements are just around the corner, and we need to so the business world is each day more demanding than the day before, and so we need to promote the development of these essential skills, which are hard and soft skills in our students. And so our main goal is, so our focus are the students. And how do we do this? We do this by promoting these Agile in Education teaching frameworks. What do they consist in having a student-centered learning? So the student is at the center of the learning process, and we as teachers have, let's say, the opportunity and also the role, and also our duty is to promote the best way of learning to our students. And we have to do this in my opinion, and I wrote this in the, I think the values that we share with the students are extremely important in doing so. So our mission is provide them with the best learning environment, but we also need to do this with some values behind it, like character, ethics, inclusion, diversity, interdependence of people, logical thinking, collaboration, cooperation, team spirit, fellow feeling, tolerance, democratic living. So in all we are concerned, I believe that the mission plus the values that you use in it and that you try to also transmit to your students, to share with your students, are extremely important in the Agile, everywhere, in every domain of our lives, but also in education and specifically in Agile in education. I believe the values are also part of what we try to provide with this agile methods in education. So I think this is what I had more or less to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you so much, Carla, Dr. Pinto. So now I would like to go to our representatives and co-founders, Agile in Education South Asia, Mr. Mohammed Tawfiq Sattar and Ms. Jabeida. Would you like to share something? Would you like to first introduce yourselves and share your vision and mission for Agile in Education South Asia?
Okay, I can go first if you, Tawfiq bhai, don't have any problem with this.
You can go first. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Tawfiq bhai, and thank you, Hannah. So hello, good evening from Bangladesh. So it's evening time here, and welcome all. And thank you, Hannah and Agile Education USA, giving me the chances to showcase in my community. So as I have said, I am Jubaida. It was shown in my image, and my pet name is Eliza. So it's literally pronounced very comfort to other culture of people to pronounce my name. This is Eliza. So I am literally very comfort with my pet name. And I don't take much time with this thing. So I am Jubaida Tasmin Eliza, presenting my community Women in Agile Bangladesh local chapter, which is also part of the global community Agile in Women. So it was established in 20th May 2020 with a philosophy: we want to grow with you, and together we can realize our full potential. Your voice matters, your voice counts. So the purpose of this community is to empower, helping each other, nurture team. Lover is one skill set where people can grow personally and also professionally through mentorship, through learning, sharing their personal stories, experience, and building strong relationship through member facilitated sessions and different type of activities. Not only this community also encourages those who want to share and discuss ideas, solve problems, expand their knowledge, share their experience, and building networks surrounding by people of all genders. We are also collaborate with other local community as well as global community where we can promote, support, launching new voices, new leaders, which also accelerate our growth. With a positive move, recently we are collaborating with Agile Education and started our new chapter, Agile in Education South Asia, with a purpose: creating aligned impact across education sector, introduce new culture and community system that will ensure a world with equal opportunity. Thank you. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jabeida. Mr. Tawfiq, please go ahead.
Yeah. So thanks, Jubaida, for sharing all these values. So we have common thoughts and values. Basically, we both are from Bangladesh, and I also co-founder of Agile Tool Bangladesh, and also Business Agility Meetup Bangladesh. So Business Agility Meetup Bangladesh is backed by Business Agility Institute. So these are community we are leading together. So we have same thought pattern. I would like to share that actually the reason behind founding that Agile to Bangladesh, right? So what I have seen so far, so almost everywhere people are talking about most of the cases, project management, engineering practices. So when we talk about Agile and Scrum, all these things, right? So our main motto was behind Agile to Bangladesh, and also this Women in Agile Bangladesh Business Agility Bangladesh, to bring agility in everywhere. So in business, in HR, in marketing, so there are other sectors actually they need to be agile also, right? So not only for project areas or engineering practices. So and there was a gap. Actually, there was a gap. So when I met with Hannah, so actually she filled that gap, and that was education. So we never thought about the agility in education or agile in education. So that's why we both were interested, and this time we have got a bigger context, like we are going to explore this agile in education for all over South Asia. So we have a bigger context right now, and yes, we all know that our values is like we are courageous, we are committed to deliver more to the community. We do lots of programs like webinars, free training session, workshops online. So we have different types of community events right now, and our motto is like to help people to make aware, at least aware regarding this agility in this particular area of this world, right? So that's all from me. In personal life, I am also an agile leadership coach, management 3.0 facilitator, and you can say that mostly agile practitioner. Okay, so that's all from me. Yeah. And thanks, Hannah, for giving us this opportunity to meet with you people and to work for Agile in Education in South Asia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Taufik. Both Taufik and Zubaida, they have more than 10 years of experience in IT. They are IT professionals, and they have agile leadership. They're agile leadership coach, management 3.0 coach. So they're bringing actually years of expertise and experience and joining our community. Thank you very much. Special thanks from our Agile educators community for joining us, and the willing to support the educators and students community. Really appreciate it. And we also have our aspiring academics, researchers in Bangladesh, Agile in Education Bangladesh specifically. We have launched Agile in Education Bangladesh with the conference in March with top 3 private universities in Bangladesh. We're extremely lucky and we're extremely thrilled about that. And they're about to join our mission too. We're not quite yet ready to take on the leadership from Agile in Education Bangladesh. However, our vision and mission for Agile in Education Bangladesh would be to support, to carry out, and to evangelize this vision and mission of Agile in Education global community, and to co-create a support system for academics, researchers, educators in Bangladesh. And so that is our main focus, main vision, but most importantly, transform education through innovative solutions, empower, and elevation, right? Solving problems. That is our main focus, solving problems. If your education doesn't inspire you to solve the problems, the sufferings, humanity that we are going through, then what education is good for what then? So your education is supposed to inspire you exactly for that, to solve world's problem, right? So our focus for now is very small, is social and economic development. That's it, very small, very specific. We don't have big dreams yet. We're very specific in our work. Our specific projects focuses on reducing poverty only, and it's a very engaging. It's very it takes a lot of energy and engagement to actually just to make that possible, to make that even bring to the table, and so that is our focus for now. and we are going to begin working in that region very soon, and we will be sharing our project goals and objectives and our plans with you very soon. Stay tuned, stay connected with our community. And once again, without any further ado, I would like to now welcome our speaker for today's session, Mark Hanno. Mark Hanno, would you please introduce yourselves first, and then we can go ahead with our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hannah. So for me, it's a pleasure to be here because I heard the words transforming the world, transforming by solving problems through education. And I believe that these are, little things that we can be doing. Yeah, Hannah, you said we are not doing that much. Well, are you sure we are not doing that much? Every single seed that we plant, it can go, and it can grow and expand. Yeah, especially in webinars, in spaces, virtual spaces like this one, where we are connected from different parts of the world. So thank you all for being here. Yeah, and what could I say about me? Good question. Well, let me start saying that, let's say I'm an ever nomad. I believe I have been an educator for about 20 years now. Wow. Yeah, even if I look younger, yeah, but 20 years. And yeah, lately I've been collaborating in different projects. So I'm a collaborator and part of Light School, so I'm very proud of that. Yeah, and I'm very happy to see familiar faces here. I had the pleasure to meet Agile in Education USA not long ago through Light Schools as well. And, the community gets bigger and bigger. So my mission is to accompany, to collaborate, to co-create, with beautiful minds and souls and hearts like you all here, to share and contribute to make this world a better place. Yeah, and it sounds very big, but as I said again, so we just plant little seeds, little by little, they're going to grow wherever we are. So here we are. And something else that I can tell you is that I'm co-writing a book about teams, powerful and successful teams in education. So hopefully, yeah, this year will be published. And it's been a long process as everything, it takes time, but little by little, one step at a time. And once said that, I'm very happy to be in a global community because I've also traveled to different places around the world, visiting and learning about different educational ecosystems. Yeah, I've been to Boston, San Diego, Haiti High. Yeah, I've been to Green School Valley, also in Colombia, Europe, yeah, in Spain, most of my time as an educator. But yeah, here and there and many other places that I won't be able to name now, but yeah, so I feel that I'm a global educator with a global mind. So once said that, Hannah, do you think that we can get started with the, yeah?
Absolutely, I'm waiting for your signal.
And now that I have the mic here, just let me tell you that this is an active learning webinar. So expect active learning and movement to happen during the session. And especially those who are behind the screens, we can't see your smiles yet, but maybe over the course of the webinar, we'll see them and we'll be able to put a face behind those names. And once said that, let's get started, yeah? So as I said, active learning is about being active and being engaged. And does any of you wonder how we are going to do that in this webinar? Hopefully you're curious, because that's what ignites learning as well. So I'm going to invite you all to be open, to be an active learner today. I'm sure that most of you are lifelong learners, and as I like to say, life deep and life wide learners as well. And first, what are my goals? What's my intention, or what are my intentions for today. So we're going to experience for us how to develop 21st century skills, especially those 4 C's, by infusing improvisation. And Carla Pinto, you mentioned these soft skills and 21st century skills. So we're going to be developing, trying to do our best with that. Then second, how to embed cultures of thinking. And most importantly, third, how to walk the talk. Yeah. Sometimes we're just attending webinars. It's like, yeah, people are speaking, but at the same time, they are doing it in a way that, is it coherent or not? So hopefully you'll find that we are walking the talk while we are going and moving through this webinar. Let's get started then. But okay, where to start? First, I would like to share with you some pictures so I can explain to you a little bit more. And for that, I'm going to be sharing my screen and see what you think about it. Okay, so this is what a classroom looked like not long ago, right? Maybe more than a year in some cases, even longer. And yeah, here we have those students sitting around 2 circles, but then something happened last year, like about 1 year, a bit more than a year ago, when we moved from this physical in-person environment to something like this. Yeah, so everything changed. And in that change, we can say that education was disrupted, wasn't it? So keeping these images in mind, this disruption, yeah, can be seen or could be seen as, wow, education is just going, nuts. It doesn't really know where to follow, how to proceed, how to move forwards. But then could we say that this disruption was for better, for worse, for better? What would you say? For me, I would say that this was a great opportunity, an opportunity of change, an opportunity of transformation. And this is how positive minds and positive environments can think about, how to see those challenges as opportunities to transform into a better educational ecosystem altogether. So how you may be wondering, Mar, but yeah, when we started, and it may have happened to many of you as well, when COVID arrived, we had to move from physical to in-person classrooms to virtual classrooms. And how did you do that? I don't know how you did it. Maybe to that moment. Think about it. How did you do it? Because for me, this is how I did it. So the first thing I did was, okay, this is what I've done, when I meet a new group of students or a new group of people, creating a respectful, trustful, and caring environment. Yeah. So that's what I did. So that's where I started. Yeah. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that here today, and we're going to make it happen by renaming ourselves, by feeling the energy in the room, and thinking about some agreements, okay? So let's get started. First, I'm going to encourage you all to rename yourselves. Yeah, I don't know if you know how to do that. If you have the possibility to do it, rename yourself. Think when you are, especially when we have these dark screens. Yeah, we don't really know, especially in a global situation, in a global webinar like this one, we don't really know if behind that name there's a woman, a man. Yeah, so I would like to encourage you all just to rename yourselves with your name, with your country, and with pronouns that you feel, yeah, identified with. This always helps us all to see who's behind the screen and where they are from, yeah? Even if we shared in the chat at the very beginning of the session, but we'll be getting together, so that's gonna be good to remind us, oh, yeah, you are from here, from there. Yeah, Hannah, thank you, I can see that, cool. So that's gonna be our first step. Feel free to do it in the course of. Second step, we're going to check the energy level. How can we start, without checking what energy level we have? Maybe some of you, we are in different time zones. Maybe some of you are tired after a whole day. Maybe some of you are just starting the day and feel very fresh. And some of you, like me, it's just, they are just in the middle of the day and we feel like, okay, yeah, well, my energy level is there, yeah? So I'm going to encourage you to use this QR code, or you can also just, go to menti.com, introduce that code, and I'm gonna be sharing a link also in the chat, so you can share with the rest of the room, how are you feeling? Where are you? What's your energy level? So there you are. If anyone has some issues, just let me know. Yeah, for some, it might be better to use the cell phone and the QR code. For some of us who are, in front of a computer, we can use the web. Okay. See. How are you doing with that? I'll be sharing in a moment, so we're going to see how that goes. Ooh, let's see. Well, we are in between right now, yeah? Not bad. I have to say that we are not that bad. Is there anyone with full energy power? Oh, sorry. Full energy power? Not yet, maybe. Maybe by the end of the webinar, you feel like so energetic, yeah? So as you can see, only a few of us have very low energy. So those, think about what you need. How can we support you with that? If it's something that, if it's about food, water that you need, some, rest, you will be able to rest after the session, maybe, probably, hope so. But it's good to see that at least there's, some amount of people who are, or most of us are with medium energy, yeah, and medium high energy, some of us. So that's good, great to see. Okay. Wow, now that we know how we are in the room, please, if you get to a breakout room later and there's someone with a low energy, just help them to boost it, okay? What do you need for that? And now let's move on. Now we know how we're feeling a little bit. So let's talk about agreements. As a community in this room, willing to learn actively, what if we thought about what we need to create a safe learning atmosphere, yeah? And in the classroom environment, if I had more time, ideally, this is, for all of us to co-create those agreements. That's my suggestion, yeah? For this session, I was thinking, okay, Mar, no time, but still, let's go through some agreements. There we go. And those could be listen to understand. Sometimes we just overreact. We are just listening, thinking what we are going to say next. Yeah. What else? Be impeccable with your words. Yeah. So the words that we use have a lot of power. So what words are we using so we don't hurt anyone? Yeah. We don't assume anything. So just be impeccable. employ a yes and mindset. What is it about? Yes, and everyone, even if we have a crazy idea, everyone may have a 2% at least of the truth, yeah. So at least when we are listening to someone, just let's make sure that we try to find that 2% and we can get something that we like from that person, from that idea, and we transform it, we co-create, we collaborate together by adding something else to that. Let's allow ourselves to think out of the box, to be creative. Yeah, creative minds need just to feel like, okay, we have here Marcano, we don't know her, or maybe we do, but she's asking us to do these things. So why not? Why not? Feel free to do it. We are in a safe environment. And last but not least, why not making individual and collective thinking visible? So that's an invitation about the agreements that we can have and we can think of all together and bear in mind when we are working and participating in this webinar and in any other atmosphere, educational environment, ecosystem that you are in. So do you all agree with these agreements? Do you feel that, yeah, they could work? So you can show your thumbs up, you can show even your virtual thumbs. Fantastic. Yeah, I can see some of you are doing that. Great. So then if we all agree, or at least those who participated, who are participating agree, so let's see then, what next, Mar? Okay, now we are building that co-created atmosphere that is safe for all of us to learn, to make mistakes and to have fun. Why not? What's next? Well, sometimes we may be thinking, oh yes, this is a webinar about active learning. Okay, and in connection with agile mindsets and agility. So all of us may have a fair idea of what it is about, but we may also have some slight different ideas. So we're going to together to think of what active learning means for all of you. I'm going to invite you again to participate and to co-create this word cloud, collaborative word cloud, by using the same code and same Menti link that I shared before. You have it there in the chat. And I would like you to share words that come to your mind when you think about active learning. What does it mean to you? Let's see what surprises we get. Great. We have our first sharings here. Communication, student-centered, co-creating, collaborate, discussion, trust, sharing, flourishing, empowerment, brainstorming. Wow. Just do it. Yeah. I remember a coach telling me once, Mar, don't try something, just do it. So there we are, let's do it. Yeah. Wow, as you can see, the bigger the words become, it means that more people are, getting and matching, using the same word, thinking of the same word. Flourishing is also about active learning, creative thinking. Cool. Okay, vulnerability, interesting. Harmony. Definitely, we need harmony in active learning. So this is why we're going to have a little bit of everything during this session. Wow, so thank you so much for this co-creation. So bearing in mind this image about active learning, we're going to continue as an energized classroom I've seen here, an energized virtual classroom, virtual community eager to learn today. Okay, then let's move on. Now we have an idea of what we are talking about, a co-created idea about active learning. What's next then? There we go. So we're going to have our first breakout rooms. For that, we're going to start trying to, not trying, but doing. We're going to put into practice those agreements. We are going to get together with other learners, from different parts of the world. And I would like you to think about 3 similarities you can find in the team. You will be randomly assigned. Yeah, surprise, surprise. That's cool. It's like, ooh, who's gonna be with? And apart from the 3 similarities, 1 difference, something that all of you can, it's like, okay, no, none of us like the same type of ice cream, for instance. Yeah, so something that is different. It doesn't have to be something professional, but something personal as well. So Hannah, how about creating, let's say, 4, shall we just create 4 breakout rooms?
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to do it randomly, for this time. And attention, the idea is that you're gonna have 4 minutes. Communicate, listen to understand, be impeccable with your words. Yes, and let's see if you can find 3 similarities and 1 difference. Okay, so whenever the breakout rooms are ready.
We are ready. Any question before we go out to the breakout rooms?
Ready to fly? There we go then.
All right, enjoy the ride then. Here we go, yoo-hoo.
See you in 4 minutes. Hello, Hannah.
Let's find out similarities and difference with Anna. Let's see.
Yes. So Hannah, can you did you set a timer, or can you ask the people to come back after 4 minutes are over?
4 minutes is up. So I was going to ask you if I should bring everybody back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
It was easy to find similarities with Emmanuel. Yeah. The difference was like, okay, let's see.
I missed it. I was with somebody who didn't talk.
Oh, really?
Yes, and then left.
So you had one difference. You talked, he or she didn't.
That's it.
That's a start.
Similarity. You are in the same webinar. For instance, yeah. And what else? Yeah, if we think about that. Hi, Sandra.
I think everybody's joining.
Yeah, people coming back.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody.
You're welcome. How was the experience?
Wonderful.
Nice.
Great. Okay. So maybe any of you would like to share how easy it was to find similarities?
Pretty easy.
Pretty easy?
Because the first one is we all love Agile.
Great. And how difficult it was to, oh, sorry, Noreen, would you like to?
No
I wanted to say actually that we were so focused on similarities that it was quite hard to find a difference.
Right.
Yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that maybe we can, makes us think that when we are with other people in teams, working, collaborating in teams, we may have more similarities with the other person than things that set us apart. So let's see how we can connect with each other there. Yeah. Okay, ready to move on then after the good experience. What's going to be next then? I'm going to share some inspiration for you today. And from this inspiration, I'm going to ask you, let's see. So I'm going to invite you to be more curious and even more creative now that you have, you may be feeling more relaxed in this atmosphere with like-minded people. Yeah. So I would like you to look at a picture. Just a sec. Back here. Yeah. I would like you to look at this picture. And I would like you to share either in the chat typing, or you can do it verbally, just unmuting yourselves. I would like you to share what you can see. What can you see in this picture? Circles. Thank you, Mohammed. What else can you see? Different shapes, Noreen. Sorry, saying circles and triangles. Ooh, Sandra said parts of a bicycle. That's interesting, Sandra. I think that I can see that as well, but let's see how that works. Similarities or difference equation. Oh, almost triangles, because there are, we have two lines there. A portrait by Picasso. Yeah, it could be Picasso's portrait. I even thought, could that be a Joan Miró, a Catalan artist painting? And we didn't know. Yeah. Okay, so this is what we see or we think. Well, we can see it, yeah? That's very objective. Now, I would like you to share what you think about this image. What do you think about this image? Miriam says differences, diversity, Emmanuel. What do you think about this image, a composition? I think that there's a composition, yeah? Carla says, well, I think it's incomplete. Or, yeah, for Sandra, she thinks that it's an inspiring picture, image. Thank you, Sandra. Carla says, well, it could be like a puzzle. We have to put the pieces together. That's an interesting thought, like the rest of them, but it resonates. It resonates with me. And different directions, of course, different directions. Yeah, some go, yeah, here, there. Okay, and then last thing I'm going to ask you to do with that image, what question comes to your mind when you see this image? One question that you think, that inspires this image on you. Where does it lead to? How can we move from linear thinking to round thinking or spiral thinking? How to make the connection between different shapes? Yeah. What feelings inspires you? Great that we bring feelings, yeah, here. Okay, so it takes time for thinking to be made visible, but it's really nice that you are taking the time, investing the time to think, yeah, and to share. And that's something that we sometimes just, we don't give the right amount of time in our educational environments to think. Or even, did you know that when we ask a question, teachers tend to answer immediately? It's like, yeah, we want the question now. Well, just wait and see the beauty, yeah, in that waiting, because thinking takes time. So let me share what it is, for me. I can see different shapes, yeah, as you said, different and separate geometric elements. I think that together they can become something bigger. And I wonder how powerful it could be to bring together all those pieces as if they were our individual traits, skills, our superpowers. So we could co-create and move forward to a greater whole. Sandra, is that the vibe that you were envisioning? So we can make a greater whole, yeah, by bringing all our single, unique, and authentic superpowers, yeah. Yes, Sandra, okay. That's it. So we have that vibe. Sometimes, something may fall down, the chain can, but then we have to solve how to tackle those issues, yeah. But together we can create something bigger as a team, of course. And now this is going to be your second challenge. We're going to get into breakout rooms again. And this time I'm going to invite you to think about this question. How can we enhance active learning in our educational environments? Wherever you are, in higher education, in elementary, in secondary, high school, in adults, learning doesn't have age. So it doesn't matter, you know, the educational environment we are in. And how are we going to do this? First, let's think individually. Second, we're going to share with our team. And third, I would like you to think about a headline. How can you synthesize the ideas, that the group has shared in the headlines of a newspaper, as if it was a newspaper, okay? So we'll start here, thinking and answering the question individually, And we're going to go to different breakout rooms. Shall we, Hannah, could we have 3 breakout rooms this time? Yeah, I think that could work. Let's have 3. And I'm going to share a Jamboard link. So there, I would like you to find the breakout room for, let's say, the number you're in, breakout room number 1, number 2, number 3. And I would like you to use the sticky notes. So just feel free to use the sticky and to share your individual thought first before you share with the group, with the whole team, okay? So that's the link in the chat. Can you tell me, can you make sure you can all enter before we move? Okay. And then, Hannah, do we have the breakout rooms ready?
We do. For how long you want it?
Right. Well, let's say this time we could have, so there's going to be, because of the number of people we're going to be there, let's make it 6 minutes. If we need more time, we'll take, but 6 minutes should be okay. Remember, first, think and answer the question individually using the sticky notes. Second, remember, you share your answer with your team. And third, synthesize your thoughts with a headline. And you have the space there to co-create that headlines, okay? Ready? So enjoy the ride and the active learning experience.
There we go.
Hi, is this our breakout room? Or am I supposed to be in a different one?
Yeah, I think this is your breakout room. I'm supposed to be in a different one. All right, let's see. Hi, Sandra.
Hey there.
Let me see. Let me get out of here.
Hi, everyone. Do we have the Jamboard? So I'm not sure which breakout room we are to even. Oops.
Well, how was the experience? Great. And it's even greater that I can see some new faces on the screen. That's great. I love that. I love to see the smiles, you know. Okay, so anyone from each group who would like to share their headlines, what the headlines are for their group. So let's start with group number 4, for instance.
We didn't have group 4, we had 3 groups. I
Oh.
was in group 4 by myself.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was in breakout room number 4, but that's okay. So number 4 could be all of us, but number 3. So group 3.
Okay, well, I'll step in. Group 3, the headline we chose was a safe and a empowering environment. Basically, yeah, so by creating a safe and empowering environment.
Okay, thank you, Manuel, for sharing your team's headlines. How about group 2?
I can share for us. Ours is provide autonomous learning opportunities. We had a bunch of stickies and we kind of collaborated and felt like that probably covered them all.
Super. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing as the speaker in your group. Yeah. And group team 1. What's the headline there?
Oh, shake it up with questions, fun, energy, and movement.
That's it. So these are the headlines of the session to enhance and to promote, to boost active learning, yeah, from all the community who is here today, yeah. Okay, and then I believe that we are getting, you know, to the end. Whoops. But first, let me synthesize, yeah, what we've done, we've experienced, what we've lived. So creating, as you could see, creating the right atmosphere for psychological safety based on trust, on communication, on shared goals, where we can make mistakes and when learning can happen and take place, that is essential. Then it's also about infusing a culture of thinking where individual thinking and collective thinking are made visible. It's also about, so that's about cultures of thinking. It's also about infusing improv tenets. Yeah, this yes and mindset comes from improvisation, from the improvisation world, and some other things that I'm not going to reveal because you'll see it in a moment. Yeah, and apart from that, we can use this power to collaborate, to co-create, and to make something bigger and more powerful. Let's welcome it. And of course, how about integrating digital tools as we've seen during the webinar to enhance and engage, you know, learners and offer them the opportunity to be active. So altogether, we can promote active learning as we develop the 4 main C's: communication, collaboration, creativity, and critical thinking, of course. And we can also then promote an agile mindset. And to finish, movement. It's time for movement. So I'm going to invite you to do a yoga asana with me. I don't know how flexible, how stretchy you are, yeah? But it's for all ages, all bodies, all minds, all souls. So I'm going to encourage you and to invite you to stand up with me. Let's see, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, we need our space, of course. So just make sure you have your space to move a little bit. Okay, are you there? Super. You can do it sitting down if you like. It's good, according to neuroscience, it's good to use our movement. And especially, I can tell you now that we spend so many hours in front of a laptop or a screen, yeah? So let me guide you through this yoga asana. So first, close your eyes, stand still, bring your hands together in front of you. Breathe in, breathe out. Move your arms and your hands together, up, 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 upwards. Hold them there. Breathe in, breathe out. Now move your right arm and extend it towards the sky. Move your left arm and extend it in a 90 degrees angle with your open hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Shake your arms, shake your body, your head, your chest, your legs, your feet. Bring your hands together again in front of your chest. Breathe in, breathe out. Open your eyes. This is the active learning yoga asana. Namaste. I hope that you breathe in so many takeaways from today's session, that you manage to get more energy than we have at the beginning. I hope you were okay there. I had my eyes closed, promise. So hopefully you enjoyed the experience.
Thank you, Mark. We did enjoy it a lot. I had to unfortunately keep my eyes open to see what you were doing to follow you. So it was great. Thoroughly enjoyed the session. As awesome you are. I already know you. I had the opportunity to actually been working with her, collaborating with her, co-creating, right, especially at Light School. So I'm so glad to be able to share that with my peers, my colleagues in Europe and in South Asia and in Bangladesh. So it's just I'm feeling truly way more energetic than when I started this session. So thank you very much for this session. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you everyone for joining. And so yeah, and I just wanted to say that you even learned the greeting namaste, and you didn't even have any accent. How awesome is that? So well, our greeting is peace. So peace and blessings be upon all of you, right? So it's thank you for sharing, and thank you. That is again it was a great experience learning that from you. Like, this is from our part of the culture. Learning that again from you was great experience. Thank you. So now
thank you very much, Anna. Sorry. And thank you to Agile in Education USA and all over the world, let's say, yeah, in Asia as well, South Asia. So it's been a pleasure for me to walk the talk together with you all. And I'm really happy to see at least 1-2 more faces, more smiles on the screen. So that's the challenge, yeah, especially when we are on the virtual world. But I learned also from experience that in the end, yeah, people get engaged and get active. And I hope that you can get some takeaways that you can think of, so you can get this food for thought and see, how to take that to your own context, your own space, your own learning environment. Thank you.
Right. Mark, would you like to take, we have a couple of minutes left, like 6 minutes. Would you like to take questions? If you guys have any questions,
sure,
comments for Mark, please feel free. You can unmute yourself, ask her a question, or you can you can type your questions in the chat. I will read it, but she's willing to take questions also. But then go ahead, Mar, if you have anything else to share. If not, then, you guys have any question for Mar, comments? I mean, you must have comments. Oh, we got one.
Would love to have, sorry, if I may.
Sure.
So would love to have session 2 continuing, to be continued.
Right, absolutely.
Okay, we can think about it.
Thank you so
Hannah.
much. Thank you so much for a wonderful session, Mark. It was really enjoyable and energetic too. Thank you. And really looking forward to a to be continued session.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sarah. Any other questions, comments?
Thank you, Nareen. Sorry, sometimes, I apologize if I don't pronounce names correctly. I always try to do my best. When I have more time, I even, we can do it better. Of course, that's, we make mistakes, we learn from there. So just feel free to say, Mar, my name is pronounced like this. Yeah, and we have that trust and the space here to do it. And as you said, it's about energy. Honestly, it's about energy. Yeah, it's about how we are feeling. We want to learn. We have to be ready to learn, and how we can create that atmosphere and that environment and that trust, that to raise that and to boost that energy to get learners engaged. I think that's super powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. And I also wanted to mention is it's because of the time that we're going through now, the difficult times we're going through, and I'm not referring to COVID. So when you are specifically going through difficult times, it is so important to be able to create an environment like you have just created for us, and you've just actually demonstrated to how exactly it is done, and how it is absolutely possible to actually do so. So thank you so much for that. And I think we are getting a lot of comments. We are going to be continuing getting a lot of comments. Please share your feedback. I'll be sharing a retrospective, a Jamboard with all of you, all the participants. Let us know what you would like us to bring to you in terms of topics, and what type of topics you would like us to bring and organize sessions. And these are meetup sessions for you guys, and we'll try to organize it. We've already got a feedback that there must be a continuation to be continued of this active learning session, and with Mar's permission, we can actually arrange one, definitely. I also would like to announce that we are preparing for our conference next year, so please look out for that. But before that, we will be launching our 2 new regions in Europe, Agile in Education in Europe and Agile in Education South Asia. So we're going to have inauguration ceremonies, and we're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of this type of sessions we're definitely going to have. So look out for all of those. Keep an eye on our LinkedIn page, Facebook page, and our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Love you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. Thank you.